What up, fellers? I'm gonna stop cursing so much on my videos because I want YouTube algorithm to pick up my videos and put it in front of other guys so more and more guys can watch my videos. It's not necessarily because I want the money from YouTube, because I honestly could care less if I ever get monetized or not. I probably won't get monetized for the type of message I spread, but it's more that I want more guys to watch my videos, and YouTube algorithm will pick up your videos if you don't have curse words more than if you did. Anyways, so fellas, the biggest reason why women are single, it's not she's fat, it's not she doesn't want to submit, none of that, okay? It's deeper than that. And it's actually quite simple at the same time. It's the mindset. We always talk about our mindset, right? We always try to preach having the alpha mindset, alpha mentality. MJ Get Right talks about alpha mentality all the time, right? But we never talk about women's mindset really in depth. Well, let's talk about it today. I kind of went over this briefly in a couple of my other videos, but really, fellas, if you look into it, you need to start looking into it from a very early age in these girls' lives. When they become an infant and then they become a toddler, they are always prioritized over the boys, over the boy children. They're always taken care of like a small little age, like a fragile little thing. Even though at that age, boy children are also very, very fragile. Just as much fragile as she is, as the girl is. It's not till we hit our puberty is when we start having stronger muscles and all sorts of alpha traits coming into us. Not alpha traits, really. Masculine traits coming into us, right? So up till that point, up till we both hit puberty, girls and boys, our physicality, our physical strength is kind of the same if you think about it. Yes, girls are a little bit smaller in shape and size, but male children are also very weak at that age as well. We're babies. We're toddlers, for Christ's sake, right? But differentiations start happening from that very early age. Guys always say, or people always say, mama's boy. Well, what about daddy's daughter? Mama's boy, yeah, but daddy is the one who's spoiling the daughter with his money. Mama is not the breadwinner for the most part. So mama has to go to daddy to get daddy's permission if mama wants to buy the boy something new. And a lot of the times, daddy doesn't even give the permission to the mama to spoil the boy like that. No, he's a boy. He needs to be a man. We can't be just buying him things like this. Have you always noticed that it's always more girls who are pampered and just raised with everything that they have ever wanted than boys? Always. It's more, if you compare the numbers, you'll see more girls are given their first car right up handed to them, their first phone, all their clothes that they need plus more. Oh, mama, I need to buy a new bikini set. I literally just bought you one last month. Yeah, it's fading away. It's getting ripped. It wasn't really a good one. I want to get another one. We all know women spend way more money in shopping than men do, right? We all know this. That's no secret. So, what is this child, this girl, little girl, small toddler, and then early teenager, learning? What is she seeing is happening? She's seeing that everything is being handed to her without any work. So that's what reality becomes to her. She thinks that that's how it's supposed to be. She has little to no idea about the other side of the coin, about what us men have to go through. And this is why. This is the number reason why they never develop under that understanding of that other side. We men are forced to understand the other side. Do you know why? Do you know how? Not necessarily why, but how is when we start getting rejected after rejected after rejected. So we're seeing that our life is very hard because men are made, women are born. We're actually having to work our ass off to work hard to earn our spot in this world. And at the same time, women whose lifestyle has just been sponsored so far by their parents get to decide if we become a couple or if we become exclusive or not. So not only that she has her life on easy mode, but also she gets to decide where we go. She gets to decide if we even become a thing. She gets to reject me. She has the power to reject or accept me because society gave her that. So we are automatically forced to see the other side, fellas. But women are not. They think this is how it should be. This is how everything should be because they never even saw the other side of the story. They cannot even fathom to grasp what men go through. If any of you ladies are watching this video, just download a dating app and make an account on there as a guy. Then and post some your average guy's pictures on there. All right, find some from the internet or Instagram, whatever. Post some on there. You'll see how. You'll see what I really mean when I say that women don't understand what men go through. They sit there and say you don't understand what women go through. What do you really go through? Your period? Yeah, I get it. It sucks. Like women always complain about having period. And then this fake patriarchy that they say, right? Women are always scared to go out alone because they're going to be raped or whatever. Girl, there's good and bad people everywhere. No amount of law, no amount of power can completely eliminate bad people. Bad things happen to men too. Yeah, there are more men criminals than women, I get that. But men, and there's reasons behind that. Okay, I don't want to get into that. That's a different topic. I'm already getting sidetracked and going off track a little bit. But anyways, this is why, fellas, when they become a little bit more older, when they get a little bit older, let's say high school age, and they start hitting their puberty, they develop the chesticles and the booticles, right? the cheeks behind in the backside. They start getting all sorts of attention. So not only is she being sponsored by her parents and she's being pampered, because have you noticed that fathers don't raise their voice to their daughters, but they'll always raise their voice at least a little bit higher to their boys. So automatically from home at birth we lost as men. There is no equality. There's your double standard, by the way. Women always want to talk about double standards, right? There's another double standard. Fathers always do this. And mothers emasculate men. Because they can't raise a man. They don't know how to raise a man. She's not a man herself. So she doesn't know how to do that. Fathers do. But where fathers mess up at is pampering so much to the daughters. Yeah, I'm not going against fathers giving their sons a lesson or guiding their son using voice or whatever tools that he has in his toolbox. But when you start treating your daughter differently, just the sole fact she's a girl, especially in this feminized society where she is already given all the power over men, okay, now we have a problem. Now you're creating a future HOE. Now you're creating by your own hand a future entitled slut. So when her body becomes more mature, when she goes through puberty, now not only she gets that entitlement mindset from home, from her family, from her parents, but also the attention from pretty much every dude in her school. Every dude. Athletic dudes, ugly dudes, short dudes, fat dudes, tall dudes. Anybody. Sometimes even high school teachers look up and down at these girls. I had a high school teacher, obviously I'm not going to say what subject or who he is. This guy would literally irate every single girl in his class. It was really creepy just for me to even see that. Like, you know how I always try to take men's side and always try to show you guys the injustice that's being done to men, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna give a free pass to all men. There's good and bad people everywhere. Like, dude, stop. If you're gonna look, at least don't make it that obvious. Like, it was cringy for me, for a guy, to see him eye-raping somebody like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't be looking, especially if these chicks are wearing these skimpy outfits. They're presenting themselves to look, but dude, you're a teacher. Your job's at the line. If somebody took a picture and made a meme out of you while you were looking at some other girl, what are you gonna do? That's all I'm saying. But anyways, and so when you combine those two, the attention, which starts at age 16, 15, 14, whenever they hit puberty, right? And lasts till 24, 25, 26. And during that whole time, she's still being sponsored, fellas. Either still by her parents, by daddy at home, or big daddy government through student loan debt, or sugar daddies through sugar daddy websites, or just guys, like regular college broke athletes, broke students. They take her out on a date and spend whatever much money he earned that week from his part-time job at your local McDonald's. He'll spend all of it on her just to make her happy. Why? Because he's been conditioned and brainwashed into thinking to do so, that he's supposed to do that. See, nowhere along this line in her lifetime so far has she ever been taught that, you know what, you have to provide some sort of value to a man's life. You are not the prize. You have to earn your spot. No. The only type of things that she heard in her life was, you are a queen. You deserve the best. You are the prize. Men are supposed to chase after you. These are the type of phrases she heard in her entire life. That's it. That's all she heard. And during that whole period from 14 till 24, 25, 26, that's a long period of time, fellas. That's over a decade. If you put me, Zeke, in that 10 period time and gave me everything I ever wanted in my life, and all of a sudden took all of it away from me after I turned age 25, 26, that would really mess me up, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. I still would be demanding things from you because I would get used to that type of lifestyle. I would get accustomed to that type of living. That would have become my new norm, my standard. Anything below that is not acceptable to me. And that's what you see when these women are getting out of college with nothing but baggage, but still have this entitled mindset that I still deserve this, and they still have this crazy high standards and expectations. And this is why you see it takes them at least till they're in their mid-30s, which is another decade, from their mid-20s till their mid-30s, to go through and face rejections by high-quality men that they gave no attention to back when he was a nobody in high school and in his early college days. That's why it takes these women another decade to finally get used to this rejection period. So the first period, she went through what? Attention and acceptance, which was from whenever she went through puberty till she turned 24, 25, 26. And the second stage, that phase that they go through, is the rejection phase. Now this is when you'll see women start writing all these mad, angry articles about where have the good men gone, this, that, and the other. I can't find anybody, this, that, and the other, right? Because everything takes time. So just like it took them time, it took 10 years plus for them to get used to this entitlement lifestyle. It also took at least another 10 plus years to finally start lowering their standards. You'll notice that when women start lowering their standards, it's usually when they're in their mid 30s, late 30s, or even early 40s. Because it took them that much longer just to accept that, hey, my looks are fading, guys don't want me for my degree, my accomplishments and my success in the corporate world really never gave any man any boner. So I actually need to bring other values to the table. Plus, even if I do bring other values to the table, that's still not good enough for a high value man. Why? Because he has options to go down to younger women, and younger women still choosing him. So that's why I also need to bring my standards down. You see how all of this relates and comes together? But by that time, it's too late, fellas. She's about to hit the wall, or already has hit the wall. And this is why women are single. Sure, they can get all the sex that they want. They can get all the dinglings that they want, that they crave for. Dinglings from the athletes, dinglings from the rappers, dinglings from the nerds, if she chooses to, the smart guys, dinglings from the rich men, old rich men. All sorts of dinglings going in and out of her body, out of her vagina, right? Sure, she can take it all. But that doesn't validate her as much as a relationship does. How much sex a man can, how many different women a man can sleep with validates a man's position in the sexual marketplace. Dictates a man's sexual marketplace. Dictates a man's value in the sexual marketplace. And how many relationships a woman can have and hold on to validates her value on the sexual marketplace. That's one of the key components that validates her value on the sexual marketplace. That's not end all be all. Just like how many girls we men can sleep with is not end all be all for us men to be a 7, 8, 9, or a 10. Same thing with women. And the longer she stays in a relationship, the more value she has. That's just how it is, fellas. I didn't make the rules. I didn't make us humans. I didn't make Mother Nature. I'm just telling you guys how it is. Take it or leave it, up to you. I don't care. But she cannot get what her body craves, which is a relationship, which is somebody who cares for her, who provides for her, who protects her, and also an alpha male. Alpha males don't do that. We spread our seed to as many as we can, as we want. Right? Because it's just, I actually have another video coming up right after this. I'll talk about this, about purple pill and whatnot, and alpha male settling down and whatnot. But fellas, that's really what it comes down to, is the entitlement mindset, the mindset that they have, that they grew up with. And this mindset is going to be the end of them. This mindset is going to be the end of feminism, fellas, because eventually they're going to be so sick and tired of it, they'll say, you know what, I don't need feminism no more. I'm going to go back to traditionalism. But it might be too late. Who knows? Enough men might wake up and say, you know what, this is not for me anymore. And we'll see how things go then. Fellas, follow me on Instagram at zeekpeak. I hope everything I said in this video made sense. Just keep your head down. You really only have two choices in this market. Either self-improve and get as many women as you can, or go monk mode and just live your life to your standard. $40,000, $30,000, whatever that makes you happy, whatever activity you do that makes you happy, keep doing those. So it's all what you want out of life. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.